close your true, like your real self off. Not your real self off, your emotions. You just hide that part of you. Um, but you, okay, this is gonna be crazy, and please, someone in the comments, if I'm wrong, please tell me. I thought I seen you like a witch in the 1600s, or a pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
And then I was like, but then I was like, is that a nun? So I don't know what it was, but it kind of like faded back out. But it was like flash, flash, flash. But it's like old time, like 1600s is what I'm like resonating with specifically. But your spiritual journey, you are bringing out like, it feels like you need to work through some of, I know I've just said this before, but like this is for you. There's shadow work inside of you that you need to work on, because this clearing is going to allow you to shine even brighter, because there's questions that you're asking yourself. There's things that you're asking that you're wondering about. And the old energy needs to be cleared so that way you can bring in more love and light. And I think everything will come into play. It's showing me everything is falling in line. So just do a little clearing. And I agree with everything else with what Grizzly said.
So Karma says, I have dreams about that time. It's in my mind a lot lately. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, Teresa, to the show.
Hi.
Teresa is now a outlaw member to the family. We signed her up last night. Her show is starting next week. It will be Psychic Zen 333 on the Outlaw channel. And I wanted to introduce her to Ashley. And also, I want her to do a... I just threw her out. She had no idea she was coming live tonight. Like right before the show, I was like, hey, what are you doing? She's like, huh? And I'm like, here's a link. Can you come live in like 45 minutes? She's like, huh? Where? I'm like, on her show. She's like, huh? So, welcome her to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And we are growing the Outlaw channel bigger and bigger weekly. So, and she is welcome, Ren. And she will be also.
I'm so excited too, for the record, everybody. I see like posts. I'm not connected all the way into stream, so I can't be in the comment section. So I'm verbalizing. I'm excited. I love you all. Can't wait to get started. I have lots of ideas, so we're ready.
Yeah, she's got a plethora of ideas, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. However that may be, Karma, do not step away from the platform. And the reason why I say that is that I want you to tap Karma a little bit and see what you get. And then I want you to tap Ash. Yeah. look at Teresa. She's like, what? I'm going to do it.
No, I'm looking at the energy. I feel like I'm catching up. Like you guys have been in it. I was chanting Dharma in between. You caught me. I was in the middle of making posters. I have an event coming up on the 27th, and I'm making street signs for it. So I was in the middle of designing it when you reached out to me. And I was like, I had to switch from like graphic designer back into that mode. I'm like, all right, people, got it. Okay, I'm here. So I took a shower, I chanted Dharma, and now I'm back.
So, all right, so yes.
So we're doing readings for people.
So there we go. Look, she's like, I am filming. Yes. So all right, Karma.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right.
Okay, so with Karma, the first thing that comes to mind is I see money, and it's the stepping out of like a mundane job for a more artistic endeavor, something creative that's happening. I see you tapping into creative energy, and there's like a very strong, powerful force. So what I feel like is you're kind of just standing straight up in a nice, strong, forceful position, and then like this big light is shooting out of the center of your core, there's like sound effects that are going with it, like really strong, forceful energy that's coming with it. So I feel like what you're really starting to do is there in your past tense life up until this point, I see you being meeker, more mild, not entirely expressing yourself or vocalizing yourself, unsure about what your authenticity looked like. And now you're stepping into it in such a profound, powerful way that now everyone's going to hear you roar, quite literally. And I think that there's going to be a time that this creativity that you're channeling into artwork is almost like you're also your own canvas, where you're striking a balance. Even though all this force, power, and energy is coming up, you're learning how not to have it be aggressive. You're not going to go from passive to aggressive. You're going to learn how to be very grounded and very rooted in what it means to be you. And then this powerful energy is going to like supercharge out of you and be your guiding light. I hear you are ready to make changes. There's big shifts for you coming up. Are you moving, Karma? Oh. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. I'm gonna shake the. You held me down, but hello? See it now. Okay. So, Karma, are you moving out west? Yeah. Karma, are you moving out west, Karma?
Yes, that's so amazing.
Well, I asked her if she was moving, and then she said yes. So, in
Central Oklahoma.
Okay. So I see that when you move, it's going to be kind of quiet initially. When you move, if you come in with all this force and then you feel like you don't know where to put it, it's going to lead to frustration. So balance out the strong energy and it's a balance between when we have to yield our power. It's a balance between surrender and knowing how to be in alignment with source and how to move. When we want to make the most moves, we have to really be plugged in to the source within. So sometimes what happens is there is a kind of a confusion where it's like, okay, I'm really tapped in and I'm really going to do it and I'm really going to let it happen. And we come with this rah, rah, rah. And then we get kind of blindsided or we're like, well, what happened? Like everything I'm trying, it's not really working. And you've been here before, or you've been in that energy before. And then when things don't go the way that you think, the wind can kind of come blow out of your sails a little bit. And then you're like, well, I thought that this was how, and how does this work? And where am I going? So when you consistently ask on a daily basis, okay, I'm plugged in, I'm listening to the, I ask the source within me to light my path and show me the way, you're going to get a lot faster that way. Whether it's a day when the energy is moving fast and is very strong, or is moving slow and the undercurrents are there. If you are really tapped into yourself, that's when you're going to see the biggest transformation and you're going to have the easiest time with it.
Interesting. All right, Karma. See? That is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ash, are you ready?
My turn.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes. Look at her. She's like honing in on Ash. Uh-oh. Now, you got a lot of Poncho. You got a lot of people from Oklahoma in here.
Oh, all wow. Right. Look at that.
All right. What do you get on Ash? Look at her. Why are you getting so nervous, Ash?
I don't know. I get nervous around other mediums. I don't know why.
Don't worry. I'm not here to judge you or bite. I'm all the way in New York. I can't reach you.
I'm very open. You can air anything.
There's a new relationship coming too.
Oh. Did you hear that?
What?
Who are you talking to? Ash?
I was talking to Karma about the relationship.
Oh.
Oh, I was like me.
I know. I thought you was talking to Ash. I was like, oh, shut the front door.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No, hi, hey, hi, Ashley.
Hi.
And this Ashley, that Ashley. Awesome.
I was talking to
Oh God.
Oh, if we hear gunshots, ladies and gentlemen, it's not my fault. I'd rather hit my little hold up before we do anything any further. Hold up. Where is it at? Okay, I feel better. Now you can say anything you want.
Okay,
like,
first of all,
love.
the new relationship wasn't for Ash, it was for
Woo.
Karma.
I was like,
Okay.
what? I'm kidding.
No, honey, you're happily married. You're all good over there.
Yeah.
But no, the new relationship was for Karma. So when you move, there's a new relationship on the horizon. It's not going to happen right away. It's a few months in. You're going to do all that beautiful self-care, get yourself nice and settled in, and then when you least expect it, it's just going to be whoop. This really fantastic guy and you are going to get together, and it's going to be c'est la vie, babies. Lots of New York people in this house today.
Oh.
You're still a flutter over there, Grizzly.
Yeah, because I think she's married. So I actually did a reading like that for somebody, right? And they're like, I'm married. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you because it's going to happen. And the ex showed up at her work. And I'm like, shut the front door. I'm like, no way. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I thought you was crazy. And I was like, well, I'm just telling you what I don't know what to tell you. And like a month later, like the ex showed up at her work. And I'm like, what'd you do? She's like, I fainted. And I was like, what? Well, I didn't know it was your ex.
For whatever reason, I don't have a strong connection. And I'm not saying it's not a happy, healthy marriage that you're in. I just don't feel like, I feel like there's this big solo energy that you're in. I don't know if it's like it's almost like a vortex, I don't want to say tube, like a cylinder of energy around you where you're in this really important independent energy. And I
need a bigger fan.
I see you going to this new place, and I see this like thinner guy with like sandy brown hair, and he's wearing jeans and a flannel, and I see like romantic energy that's there. So maybe this is your husband and you guys find your way back. You guys are rekindling romance, or it's a new person. But I moving to this other
yo silver away.
I just seen a rainbow.
Oh Lord, that's love.
I just seen a rainbow.
Oh, poor Karma, I love you, baby. Don't leave me.
Two. I seen two. I see two.
Oh, she said that's my son. I feel better. Okay. Oh. Ooh, I was gonna faint. Yeah, that lady did. She did. She got a hold of me a month later. She said, "You ain't gonna believe this, Grizzly." She said, "My ex came to my work." She said, "You was right."
Wow.
I know you're gonna hear the roar. Ain't that right? Twisted. Does Poncho? I ain't gonna ask. Everybody's got a damn nose ring. I don't.
Yeah.
I know everybody. I don't have a nose ring. That's even Anae's got a nose ring. All right. Now, Zen, Ash, this Ash up here. All right. Yeah, let's read her. Oh my Lord, poor Karma. Oh, that was funny. Now I can't get the Oak Ridge Boys out of my head. He's moving with his new girlfriend out west. Karma, you got to come to our lives on TikTok, girl. We're going to have a ball with you. You missed it because on the last show, as Curtis still in here, he asked Kelly Joe, he says, he goes, Kelly, do I have any kids I don't know about?
You had so much embarrassment the whole damn show.
And Kelly's like, two. She said two. He's like, how? God have mercy for poor Curtis. And during the whole show, he kept asking, how old are how? I was like, damn, Curtis, just book a reading with her. I know, Blanchard. Anyways, all right. Here we go. Ash's reading. Karma, east of Blanchard, you must not be far from me. Yes, and you got to watch it on TikTok. We're a hoot. All right. Here we go. Are you ready, Teresa?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Who is
Ash? Ash upstairs next to you.
Okay, love.
All right.
So I've been attracted to your energy since I popped in earlier, but I don't have the clearest energy going right now. So what I know so far is I feel this very high vibrational, like Atlantean energy. I don't want to call it ET. I want to say like the Arcturians, the Lumerians, Atlantis. There is this very high vibrational energy that's to you, and water is a powerful element, doing healing through water. I see in this chest region area that if you work with water, this is where a lot of healing is going to come from. Did you have some kind of like previous illness or sickness in your chest?
I used to have hepatitis B.
I see something that was affecting in your chest and in your breathing that went away, and you've been doing healing work. So where you once had like what I feel is almost like raw or strained, something that was in the chest and in the throat that was able to dissipate, and then using water to do healings. So I don't know if you've started using water for healings yet, but you can do a lot of distance healing. I see water being a strong element for you. So even like nighttime, you're more of a night person than you are a day person. Yes. So being able to sit with a bowl of water, you can use this water to channel. And I don't know if you've tapped into that gift yet, but that's something that's there for you to start using.
I've tried because I work with moon water. So I do like intention. I make these.
Okay.
And it's different intention things for moon water. And so for me, like I used to have a bowl because I've tried scrying, because water is a very powerful element that I have.
Right.
I'm also a Virgo. So like it's something I want to tap into. I'm also a channeler. I'm trying to tap into that on a deeper level, but I just don't know how. And so that helps me like look into that.
Okay, so
I do drink that water.
It's good for you to drink. So I see that it's very nourishing for you. You're not from this, you're a volunteer who's come into this time-space reality, but you're not from this time-space reality. So water for you, even though the human body is mostly water and water is very satiating to us, we need it, it's extra satiating to you. You have a very strong connection to the water, using the water. So the reason why in the past, when you tried to use water to scry, to channel, it didn't really work so well. It was a confidence level and about your connection. So if we shake off the, am I going to connect? Is this accurate? That mental kind of chatter, and we get into a feel space, then you're having a conversation with the water. You're so big-hearted, good-hearted. So even if you start out with the simple intention that you feel concrete about, through the, like, I see you sitting in this bowl, like it seems like a brass bowl, brass bowl of water, being able to sit with the water and say, I spread love all over the world, coast to coast, north to south, east to west, all over. And then through my water, I release my love, or something like this. You'll have immediate returns on chanting that in. And if you do that nightly, you're going to see that potency is going to get stronger and stronger. So if you start with something simple yet big like that, then you'll be able to go further and further. And what I see is that eventually, as you do this, the energy that you're spreading is healing, but also the water itself is healing.
Okay. Yeah, because like I have this big compassion that I want to work with the elements, but I want to work all over the world. Like I want to travel and work with the elements and work with the,
And what's with the writing? What are these writing symbols that you make?
The sigils.
The sigils, okay.
I mean,
I see you writing in these symbols, and they're being channeled to you.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
Do you use runes at all?
That's what I use.
Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Jira, the one that is, one V into the other. Mm-hmm. And it's saying it's coming to fruition. What you've been working on is coming to fruition, and it's about to expand. And I see this like from Jira, the Jira opens up and it kind of like overlays over itself, and it becomes a cup, and the cup starts running over. So there's this big project, or there's project that you've been working on for a while that's coming to fruition, and you're about to announce it out. You haven't really told anybody about it, so me and my big mouth, surprise, surprise, we're sharing it as we speak, but you're about to kick it off, and it's going to be very successful.
Wow. Thank you. That reminded me, I was in Mexico last month, and
you didn't ride a donkey.
No, but there was a moment where I was in the water, and it was at nighttime, because I love connecting. Like I'm always looking up at the stars. Like I miss home. And so I was looking at the stars, and I put my feet into the water, and I was grounding myself. And it was like I had a conversation with the animals in the sea, and it was like something like a dolphin or a whale, like the oldest part of the whale, come out, like was talking to me telepathically, and he was telling me that he showed me this Atlantean. I didn't know if it was Atlantean or a Lemurian, or it was something, and I knew that I was a statue on that in this time and place. I don't know who I was, but I was some kind of statue, and I could see like it was a beautiful world, and I was like, that's home. That's like my home, but it felt like another world, so to speak.
I could see the gills in like
really?
Where fishes are. I could see the gills that are there. You're so connected to water. And these symbols that you're getting are from this time. Have you ever tried to channel into Atlantean or Lemurian energy specifically?
Not specifically, no. I've just been like, something channel me. Like I'm wide open.
Well, we don't want to leave it open to everything, but we want to leave it open to the right things,
Yes,
so,
I didn't have those boundaries in place.
What about Larimar? Do you work with Larimar?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I would recommend you start working with Larimar, because you have such a strong Atlantean Lemurian connection, such a strong space and water. So when you're saying I'm standing in the water and I'm opening my arms to space, I said that's literally you in a nutshell. Like, oh Lord. Yeah. And what's with makeup? Like, do you have a makeup business or something with makeup?
No.
Because there's somebody, I don't know if it's you or someone around you has a makeup business. Something has to do with makeup and business.
I can comment on that in a heartbeat.
Go ahead.
She's put makeup on.
What?
Every time I'm looking at her, she's putting, yeah.
I used to, like, I tried to get into, like, selling Mary Kay, but, like, that was a waste of time and money, but that was, like, 2 years ago.
Okay. I don't see that. Mary Kay is definitely not for you. You are
No,
there's
no, no, no.
definitely so many other energy things for you to be involved in, but there's something specific about potentially working with somebody that uses natural or this is natural makeup, the use of natural makeup or natural mica compounds, getting away from chemicals. And so meeting someone who has a makeup business that makes their own makeup out of natural things, whatever, I think so what it's saying is that there's something to do with algae, something to do with seaweed that it just revitalizes. It feels good for you energetically. There's so much stuff to do with the water is coming through.
Okay.
So starting you're so connected to the water, coral, fish, tapping into it, using your bowl of water. I see like these symbols coming through to you, like light codes. So getting these light codes downloaded, and then you writing these things out. Do you keep a notebook?
I mean, I probably have like 15.
There we go.
I mean, I write everything down. I write everything down.
And then September, something prominent in September for you. Do you know of this prominent thing yet or not yet?
No.
So
go ahead.
Sorry, I've been tapping into September for a couple people. This feels like something worldwide. September 14th, mid-September, something like I could feel it in my stomach and I could like feel it rising up. So it goes stomach to heart and then goes right out of the heart space. So it definitely feels like some worldwide shift thing is happening. Go ahead.
Wow. Onay actually told me the same thing. She didn't know me. I was actually just writing. And she told me it was Virgo season or Capricorn, that it was going to be a worldwide like thing. I don't see it yet. I just know that I absolutely feel like I'm on the brink.
You're on the brink of.
I muted you because, sometimes people come together because once we all align, maybe something will happen to all of us in September. Okay, now you can talk.
Okay.
I bring people together for a reason, people. I'm trying to get everybody in line for something, I hope. Teresa is catching on. She's like, she already knows. Peter's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I love my Peter.
Right.
Okay, Ash, sorry.
That's okay.
She's like,
I do feel like I'm on like the brink of like that cup like overflowing. And I think I'm getting a little impatient, and I don't mean to. Because I don't do good in being stuck. Like I like the flow of things. I like being, which is water. I'm constantly wanting to be in flow. So that makes total sense.
It makes total sense to me.
It makes total sense. I'm always saying like I'm in the flow. I need to be in the flow, and that makes sense.
So what I'm feeling is that
it's
Aquarian energy. So you're channeling and cycling through Aquarian energy, and Aquarian energy, aside from being in this time-space reality where we're now in this age of light, it's also about being the water bearer. So where is there not water, and what could use water, and what can we do with that water? So even though you're a Virgo, it's bigger than you being a Virgo, and everybody likes it when the energy is moving. It's how we like what you perceive as stuck. They're actually asking you to ground, because even though you're an earth sign, grounding is not so much the forte. So when you feel like, oh, I'm stuck, and then you start to get a little bit, friction, going on, or like restlessness, we have to say, well, if I'm in this, there's a reason I'm in this. Why am I in this? What is this supposed to teach me? Because it only will benefit you to be, when the more grounded you are, the more powerful you are as a channel for yourself and for others.
Okay. I actually got that like not even a couple days ago because like I ground myself all the time, but I don't give myself time to rest or to receive because I'm constantly like, I gotta move, I gotta move. And so like I will go lay in water and put like salt and so I feel like I'm walking on like sand or like what like but also replenishing my body. I always ground with the water in the shower. I just never put that together in that significant way.
Even though you do a lot with water, I do recommend, so like complementary elements, go to trees, go to dirt, sit in that kind of grounding, because even though you're grounding with water, that's a different type of grounding, and it still is leaving your energy all over. You being grounding with trees have roots, trees have a connection. You're grounded to energy, non-physical and physical, but it's what you're grounding to is energy that moves. So you're not very grounded to the earth, and we need you grounded to the earth for you to do like your happiness, your life quality, the channeling that you do for others, the way that you find your gifts, share your gifts, provide your gifts for your own self and for every other person you're working with. We need actual roots and soil to get grounded. Like you in the desert, not so much. You're not an out west person. But I see you with trees and very fertile soil. So it's that fertile soil is I like nice big round trees. You have them close to your house. There's actually like a hiking trail scenario park that's close by to your house that has these nice fat trees in it. Putting your hands on these trees and saying, just like you have roots, I have roots, you help me be rooted. It's so easy for you to fly away. You're like a lightweight piece of fabric. So when you get, when you're in the water, you're dancing on the water and it makes you so happy, but it does leave you kind of energetically spacey, which is what you're working on finding a solution for. But the solution is right there. You just need something solid.
That's amazing. You're on point. There's actually a tree nursery like a couple houses down, and I connect to the trees. I talk to the trees. I hug the trees. I don't have trees on my property, so I'm getting trees that are already grown to put on my land because I'll need trees here. But I connect. I touch the ground. I touch the dirt. Like I sit outside. I do connect, but I know that I need to do that more. But I think I was just doing it on an unconscious level. It wasn't. I was like, oh, there's a tree. I'm gonna go hug it and talk to it for a moment. It's like that. It wasn't intent like you're talking about.
What about there's a park close to your house, like a hiking trail? There's some kind of park. I don't know if you've been to it. It feels like what?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You don't go to it as much as you should, but that energy that's there is good for you. So I would find more time to get over there. And then also like ravens or crows, black feathers. Does this resonate with you? Does it strike a chord with you? Because I'm picking that up too, that you have some kind of closeness to these animals. And it's actually like I could see you grabbing one and kind of holding it close to your chest. And you have some kind of very loving connection to these animals.
Okay.
And they're communicators as well. So I could understand how you'd be empathetic or compassionate with them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Everybody likes different colored birds, and I like the black birds. I like ravens. That was just something I never told anybody ever.
Yeah,
I have tons of black feathers in a bag.
Yeah, I see all the black feathers, and I see a very heartfelt connection. They make your heart space feel very warm, and you feel like this very tender love to them, like almost like a maternal, loving nature to them.
Yeah. Huh. Wow. That's amazing.
There you go. All right. Hannah, are you still here?
Thank you.
All right, Hannah, are you still here? Hannah. Let's see if Hannah's here. We'll do a few more here. I know people are waiting. See what you think there, Ash.
I mean, that was amazing. That was amazing. I'm speechless.
All right, Hannah.
I really needed that.
Yes, I know you did. That's why I invited her to come in because I think you deserved it. And I wanted everybody to know the announcement. All right, Hannah. So let's talk about you for a minute, Hannah. So interesting on your energy. So what's going on in your life that it's very interesting? Let me get rid of some of the stuff on my screen here.
Hannah, are you looking for like legal stuff, legal documents?
Hannah, I'm just waiting for you to type. I do not do things with legal documents. It doesn't have to necessarily be with legal, or is anything legal proceedings going on with you?
I see documents.
Jason says, I am. Oops.
This is Hannah. This feels like court, house sale. Yeah. I've been dealing with doctors trying to figure out what's going on with my kidney. Okay. I just see documents being shuffled back and forth. There's like a stack of documents and you needing to sign these documents.
Are you going through a kidney transplant program?
Tick, 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 tack, tick, 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 tack, tick, tick. It feels like that's not on the table yet.
No, I'm not. No,
it feels like she's wondering. It feels like she's like wondering to like. She's thinking. She feels like she's in like a health crisis. Oh, okay. While you're waiting, I'm so sorry. So my friend Amber, who is also intuitive, and she's also on my paranormal team, just messaged me, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you sold makeup?" And she said, "Yes." And she sold very natural makeup that helped with like it says natural, barely more than ground pigment, and also a couple of natural base skins and makeup companies.
That's ironic.
I was like, "Oh my God, that was Amber."
And she's one of your best friends. She's like a sister to you, right? Your guys are very close. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you get readings, always have a pen and paper because sometimes it may not resonate with you right away. Write it down because you're excited. It may not come to you, but it will later or may come to fruition. So,
I had a woman I was giving a reading to, and I said a name to her. Insert female name here. Let's use Karen. I said, there's this woman around you, Karen, having money issues. She's too ashamed or too shy to call you and tell you she needs help, but you should call and check on her. She's having money issues. And the woman's like, I don't know Karen. I don't know Karen at all. And I'm like, it says Karen, so I don't know what it is, but Karen, who's around you, is having money issues. Call her. She needs a little pick-me-up. She, I feel is connected to your mom. You know a Karen. It just hasn't hit you yet. She called me back 3 days later and goes, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My sister's name is Karen. And I don't know what I was thinking that I forgot my own sister. But my sister is having money issues and she's trying to figure out if she can keep her house." This woman forgot all about her own sister. Love her to death. But that was funny to me. So when I was younger, things like that used to make me question my abilities. Am I right? Am I wrong? Now when I see something or hear something, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but we're gonna find out today. We'll just wait it out, no problem.
All right, Hannah. While she's talking, so one of the things I want to talk to you about is about your journey through life, right? So I noticed when I was picking up on your energy tonight, and I don't know, we talked about this in the past, but I noticed your journey up to now hasn't been the smoothest, regardless of your health. But I noticed it wasn't the pleasant as well. But even though things doesn't look like it's coming together, let's talk about patience and strength, right? And perseverance, because even though you don't have it now, it will come together. So let's think positively about that. But you will be rewarded. So when something like that is being told to you, turn it over, give it to the highest, and wait, because they're going to figure what's going on. And you need to drink a lot of water. And I'm getting this message a lot lately. And Anne is telling me the same things. I'm not doing it. But you need to hold on. I don't know why it's telling me hold on, hold on. So let's figure this out. But when we talk about when the world feels like it's against you and it comes crashing down, right? We need to take this as an opportunity and not as a failure. And we need to find yourself, and we need to figure out who you are. And I think you lost this in the past few years, I think. And we need to muddle through this and find some positiveness, because even though we go through storms in life, it doesn't destroy you, right? And we need to think about that, because, yeah, we struggle, and I see that, and I see the financial struggles that you're going through, but there are doors are going to be opening up, and I do see things happening. What's going around in your family right now?
Something with her mother keeps coming up to me since I started. Well, since you started, I saw the legal documents and going, oh, hard times with mom. But it's your relationship with your mother has given you like a lot of things to think about. And it's like you're trying to find your way through that. And I feel almost like the kidney thing, because kidneys, when we're going through physical stuff like kidneys is how we filter through situations. How do we make, how do we allow it to pass through us instead of holding on to it? And there's like this need for not like emotional healing, but more like emotional soothing, like just putting a like a salve on the need to just kind of relax and like a salve is the right word for it. You know, it's like we talk about emotional healing, and we could all do some kind of healing.
I was adopted into the family, and now I'm trying to figure out with this why she gave me up. Okay, so that is So that is the reason why I'm getting what I'm getting. So we need to take this point, and we need to decide if this is a crisis, be the turning point. Is this what we've been waiting for, right? And that. So when we deal with something like this, right? There are many deciding factors. We want to know what was the reason, what was the deciding factor. You know, is it really something that is going to change our outlook on, you know, why? Are we still going to love her for what she did or who she is to us? That's something that is going to be on your heart. And forgiveness is something that we all have to deal with, and we all should rely on, because what a lot of people do in spirit is they come back and they have problems because what they did on earth. And then when they pass, they have a lot of burdens that they want to give forgiveness for what they have done. And they crossed over and they didn't ask for forgiveness, right? And you don't want to have that on your heart if something happens. So, and we have a lot of it. So let's say if Teresa was my family member and her and I didn't get along and I didn't have anything to do with her, and all of a sudden she suddenly passed, and now I have resentment because I had an opportunity to make amends and I didn't, because I resented her for what she did to me, and she tried to make amends with me and I refused, and something immediately happened and now she's gone. I see a lot of that where people wanting to say and come back and let their son or daughter know that I forgive them and I'm upset because I did A, B, and C. You don't want that on your conscience. So, well, how do you feel about that, guys?
I feel like there was a lot of chaos, with your mom, where for the, like, I don't know if it's her age, but what I hear right now or what I see right now is 19, and I see this very thin woman with medium brown hair, and she's a girl. She's not really even a woman, she's a girl. And I see, there was a lot of chaos with the family. There was chaos with the significant other. She said, I'm not in the position to do this raising parenting. I'm not going to be a good parent. I want you to have a better life. I want you to be better off. And I'm like, Louisiana, Arizona. And I see like a lot of traveling around, and like instability, trying to find herself and get grounded. She does miss you and she does think about you, but what I feel is that she felt you were better off with its different family. And even though this family was not great or not bad, the problem is that you feel like you don't belong, and there's this inward feeling that is looking for your mother, because you're looking for a feeling of, this is where I belong.
Hannah says, all I know is that she was young when she had me.
I see freckles and like hazel eyes and well-shaped eyebrows and like medium to dark brown hair.
And Hannah, you got to understand too, back then, there was a stigmata. People that were not married, that were having children out of wedlock. So that was a different time frame too. So times have changed. Mm-hmm. So I do not judge people, and people did back then. It was very different. Hey, War Criminal, welcome to the show. Ashley, would you like to add anything?
So as I was like tapping into this, I actually was in. So my mother actually gave me up when I was 2. Her mental stability was not good. She was not ready to settle down. It was also like the culture of that time. And so like when you were talking, I was seeing my own like life flash before me when I was a child, and that impacted me on a soul level. And so it seemed like it was very relatable to what she was going through as a child. It was like the same energy, I think that's why they showed that to me, because I don't ever resonate my own life with other people. You know what I mean? So it made me feel like what was going on with her mom was very like the same thing that, my mom went through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And anytime somebody is not with their biological parents, they do not feel, they feel like she feels, right? They don't feel attached. They don't feel tethered. I use the word tethered. They're not like everybody else. They don't feel emotionally attached like everybody else. And it is strange. And when you find out as you get older that you grew up with somebody that is not your biological parents, you do kind of feel alienated, because I can feel her energy. Hannah says everything you guys are saying is hitting hard and has given me a little more closure. Everything you guys have said makes sense. Now, Hannah, I am not trying to sell something and push something in front of you. However, that subscription on TikTok opens the doors for a lot of other things. However, we are still here for you, mind, body, and spirit. And if you ever need anything, so just keep that in mind. All right, Cindy, step up, Cindy. All right, Cindy, take a couple of breaths for me. I love your energy. I don't know if I ever read you, Cindy. Have I read you, Cindy? Say yes or no. I don't remember if I did.
Nope.
I didn't think so. So, Cindy, so a couple of things when you came through, I have, okay. So let's talk about your journey. It's weird because when I saw your journey with your energy, I see a maze. When I see a maze, sometimes it looks like you're confused, but I feel loneliness at times. My light in the studio is a little awkward. Let me adjust that. So when I see that, I look at translations and I feel some emotions. But these emotions are not forever. So let's talk about temporary. So because when I see emotions on you in temporary, but I see a stamp that's embedded. So that means that you have been branded with a lot of trauma that you've been carrying, but I also see some transitions that you've been going through last year to this year. Oh, you're welcome, Hannah. And I also see that you have been bettering yourself as a stronger person. But what are you also going through this year? So what are you going through this year? Yes. What are you going through this year? Because I see layers and I see you growing. I see you growing in layers.
My curiosity too is, are you tapping into things involving your ancestry? So I'm seeing this dragon, and then I'm seeing like the underbelly of the dragon having these like layers to it. So something to do with ancestry, getting it down into the layers. Something.
Oh, meditation and more Reiki. Okay. So she's tapping into her inner self. So that would make sense. Are you learning to go into your third eye? Because I'm seeing your inner self up here, and I'm feeling a warm sensation in my middle chest. Yes, the Thor the dragon, she said, confirmation on your part. So yeah, you do that a lot, Ashley, and it kills me. You're your frogs when you spelled frogs out for that one guess.
Yeah.
So you need to continue on that path because I saw a gate that just opened up, and I'm seeing you walking through the gate, and I'm seeing birds flying. So you are on your spiritual journey. And it's very interesting.
The big thing too is something with the feet as you step on the ground, taking big, hard, firm steps. This is really advantageous. It seems like it's some kind of a specific practice, almost like Tai Chi or Jiu-Jitsu, but the big thing is about firm footing, getting into a place of having firm footing. And the dragon, aside from the symbolism of getting into those layers, as you heal yourself, you also hear the family line that is behind you and the family line that is in front of you. So I think this is what the ancestry and the layers has to do with it. But as you take these firm steps, there's stomping involved, like the feet stomping on like grassy areas, and it's something about like waking the energy, moving the energy, and it's like it's a type of meditational practice to kind of get out of your head and bring the energy down to your feet so that you're not in a mental space. Previous you had a lot of mental energy, and you just I can't take it anymore, I need something to do, and you started channeling the energy down into your body. So the stomping actually helps you pull the energy downward so that you're more balanced and grounded.
I'm seeing a stick. I'm seeing like a wooden stick.
Interesting.
Like, in the Hawaiians, they the Samoas, they have
that. Oh my God!
Old,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. A really strong energy.
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly what she's talking about. So.
And relationship changes, like Cindy, are you married? Because it feels like you're with someone, and that dynamic isn't changing.
Let's see.
I don't know. It feels like things are getting calmer in life.
Oh, well, Twista said she's a healer, so that makes sense. I can see that.
Absolutely, yes, I can see that.
I love a
She's
little
working with the
Twista.
chi of her body. Sorry, she's. I can see her working with the chi of her body.
Wondering what kind of wood stick needs to be. Yes, Mary.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a nice harmony in the marriage. And as she becomes more harmonious with herself, there's a real strong grace to the way that you're moving around.
She got wonderful energy.
Yeah. So a wood stick, I'll show you. This is just my smaller one. I use this to channel. When I'm inside, it helps me. Like I said, this is my smaller one, but I also have a really big one. And so, like, having something like this can help you also channel that energy when you're on the inside. Because you do have a lot of so much energy inside of you that is ancestral, that will allow you, if you can't go outside or whatever, holding on to that stick will still ground you, but also channel that energy out through back into the element.
Yes.
Helps with the flow.
Cindy, do you have children? Because I feel like son, daughter, and I see like this flip-flopping of like son, daughter. So I'm trying to figure out what that balance is or what that balance looks like. Is there like a special event that's coming up? If you have children, is there a special event that's coming up for them, for one of them? Or you have a son, but they're getting married or something? I feel like there's a child and then there's an event attached to the child.
Yes. She says, that's amazing. Do you pick up there's a portal in my home? Yes. One son, one daughter.
Yeah. Is someone celebrating a graduation, getting married? It feels like there's something very big and happy about to be celebrated.
Like a marriage?
It feels like a marriage or a high school graduation. It feels like there's a big celebration coming. And then I don't feel like it's a portal in the house, but I do feel like there's an abundance of energy. And the grounding, the stomping of the feet, this kind of Samoan tradition helps you to get nice and grounded. I see like the stick is like, has like a fat trunk to it. So something that's really earthy, but even the stick is a grounding point. And everything that we're saying, the foot stomping, the grounding, it's all about grounding the energy that you have in your body to create a balance in your body, to get rid of excess extraneous energy, and to be having the energy be in balance throughout your body.
You're so good with wording things.
My son wants to move to New York. My son is 40. My daughter is 36.
It's still a celebration. There's a celebration on the horizon.
It feels bigger than a move.
Yeah.
It definitely feels bigger than a move.
Okay, I see like there's like 3 or 4 people who have asked for readings or want readings. There's like Semest and Jason a while ago asked for one, and then something else.
As Cindy said, this is amazing. I appreciate all the help. Hopefully my daughter has a child. Yeah, they were just asking if there was a celebration. So we're going to do something real quick, Carrie, and then I'm going to say something. We're going to wrap up, Carrie. So Carrie, let's talk about something. So one of the things I wanted to talk about with you, Carrie, and I wanted to ask you earlier, is that I don't know why I'm going to say this to you, but there's some reasons that people walked away from you. It has nothing to do with you. So remember that, okay? You have to be told that. They are removed from your life for a reason. Don't ever forget that. They serve their purpose. So when people serve their purpose, I always say God removes them from your life and they are gone. When God shuts the door, he opens another one. You have to remember things like that. And life is like that throughout your journey. And that's very important. Another thing you have to remember, that none of your act of kindness goes unseen. So when you do things for other people, it's like, yeah, I did do that. People see that. Don't forget that. You do have a light that shines in you. You have a strong energy. You do a lot for others. Don't get walked on. You do need to focus on your energy and probably do a little shifting around. You do have some good things coming to you this year that's going to prosper and change. However, you will have to work on a few things in alignment. It looks like at work or something that's changing. I don't know if you're going up for a promotion or job shifting that's coming. Something about beautiful. I don't know if you don't look at yourself being beautiful. You are. And the things that you do for others are very beautiful. Why is that being said? Can you comment real quick on that? And are you picking up anything, Ash and Teresa?
Yeah, like the light, it feels like what I hear is the light's gone out, or feeling close to the light going out. So feeling very tired or very worn, or depressed, feeling sad and heavy and just kind of blasé, where do I go from here? And instead of even thinking, where do I go from here? It's more just like, and there has not been like that turning the corner yet into a positive space. But the only way your life can head in a positive direction is if you start taking steps to get you there. And I know that you feel so tired and like you've been doing everything that you could, which when we operate in different states of consciousness, it defines, I did all I can do. So from that, let's say that the consciousness comes in numbers. So my consciousness is at a level 1. I've done all I can do in level 1. I've done all I can do in level 2. But if you don't know that much about all you can do in level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then you have not yet done all that you can do. So the tired sometimes comes from a feeling of being hopeless or frustrated, or I don't have all the pieces, I don't know what to do. So what I feel like is that being able to take a breath and have optimism will let you get past where you feel stuck so that you can start thinking new things.
I'm always doing things for others, very selfless. I've been stuck on the job front. Yep, I can see that.
Definitely not happy at your job, but it seems like there's something to do with security. What I hear is people pleasing. You're not really being authentic to yourself. You're not really in the job for the sake of the job. Maybe it's good, decent money and it holds your life together, but it doesn't give you satisfaction or fulfillment.
It seems like she's going to have to step out of her comfort. I don't know. Is that a transition to another job is what I'm seeing, not a promotion?
I see like a bank teller, and I'm not saying she is a bank teller, but I see a bank teller with money and like a, and there's something that's more, something with like architecture or drawing or plans. Something like this would be a better fit for her.
Any feedback real fast? There, Carrie. What do you think, Ash?
Actually, I've kind of like shut off. I've like I'm like getting tired to where I'm not like I've like my energy's dropped a lot, and so
I felt
like,
it.
that's why I was just like, you guys take it. In all honesty, but I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like I'm gonna leave this to you guys.
Well, if
Teresa,
you hang on for 1 second, I want to talk to you all backstage.
okay.
So, yes. So, Kara, give us a little confirmation here. And I just want to see the feedback. Welcome, Annette. So, because I did extend everybody over quite a bit more than usual because I want to give Teresa welcome. Well, I can't even talk tonight. So, but make sure and check us out there in tomorrow's shows, ladies and gentlemen. Are you typing, Carrie? I don't know if you are or not. Yeah, I've been considering mental health. Currently, I'm a teacher. Girl, you doodle. That's fine. There you go. But thanks for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully you enjoyed the show. And sorry I kept everybody up late tonight. But tune in tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And from coast to coast, around the world, Godspeed. We'll catch you on the flip side. Power and light. Bye-bye.